Live from the Base Room Studio 3.0 in Seattle, Washington, this is the Podworms Spacecast. The Podworms are 7 lifelong friends who, just like the mayor of Snoqualmie, will answer your emails at any hour of the day, even when they're out of the office on vacation. Welcome to the Spacecast. Well, hey everybody, welcome back to the Podworms Spacecast. So excited to have you on board for another episode. Let me introduce to you the guys on the show today. We have one half of the Deadly Brother duo. It's Mike McCoy.
Deadly Brother roll call.
And we have his Deadly Brother, Kevin McCoy.
End of the Deadly Brother roll call.
We have the DJ producer, all-around great guy, Chase Golka.
Hello there.
We have the bad boy of Seattle, Washington, Phil Williams.
Checking in. Feels like it's been about half a year since I've been on the pod, so it's good to be back.
Yep.
And we have the Podworms pastor, Peter Fries.
Did you know that there were actually legally enough lifeboats on the Titanic at the time it sank?
I actually did know that.
I didn't. That's fascinating.
Yep. Okay, we're splitting hairs here, but legally doesn't mean for everybody, though.
Yeah.
So?
All right. Tick the box. Moving on.
We have a great show for you today. We had a little bit of a snow event recently, so we're going to catch up with the Podworms, see how they all fared. I was denied a burger the way I wanted it. We're going to get into that. And we're going to actually hear from Mike on a little Critter Corner update. So stay tuned.
I loved your usually. Oh, you didn't get the burger the way you wanted it. Oh,
Could you not tell if it was that I was doing that because of the story that Andrew's about to tell, or if that I was disappointed for him that he didn't get the burger that he wanted?
like you've had your own issue in the past.
Yeah, was it
burgers.
that, or was it that I'm disappointed that this is another story that you're just going to be telling?
I kind of feel like it's both.
D, all of the above.
You know what? I think it's stay tuned and find out.
Yeah, stay tuned to find
Stay
out.
tuned.
But it's both.
Okay, so before we get into that, this Christmas,
I gave
you my heart.
What the fuck was last Christmas?
Yeah, what about last Christmas?
Jesus. Again? The same bullshit gift?
It's regifting, yeah.
In fairness, we
God.
need to stop giving it away. So,
Right. So this
The
Christmas,
very next day.
yes. Boxing Day for those of you in the UK.
right. So this Christmas, I decided
Let's give it to someone special.
That's a good, yeah.
Anybody else have any last Christmas jokes?
Yeah, we gave it to someone special.
Okay, good. I wanted to build a new gaming PC because my old one died a few months ago. I'd been playing whatever games I could on my MacBook, which if you're not a gamer like me, doesn't really play games very well. It has a hard time. You can't run very high like graphic settings. It sounds like it's about to take off, like it's a lawnmower that's just like revving up.
Yeah.
It's just not good for gaming. And so I just didn't want to get invested in the building process of the computer because with most gaming computers, you don't just buy them off the shelf. I think in theory you probably could, but you get worse stuff in it and it's more expensive and it's less customizable. And people generally like to have some kind of hand in what goes into it. And so
Right.
I'd been putting it off for months because I was too lazy and didn't want to research it and all that. But then eventually over the Christmas break, I decided to actually go ahead and jump in and do it. And so I got all the parts, kind of looked them up, got the parts, got everything at my house. I even got a new monitor because I was on a very old monitor before. And so I got a nice new monitor that has like really high refresh rate. So it looks good for all the, because I got a nice video card. So everything's going to be nice and fantastic. And so I put this off for a while. So by the time that all the stuff showed up in my house, I was getting pretty excited. And it took about a week, maybe 2 weeks for all the parts to kind of show up. And so by the time it all kind of arrived, I think it was a Friday. And so I was going to go to work after that, just kind of bang out the PC, build it, and then play on it. And I had just all these high hopes of that happening. So I found a YouTube video about how to construct and build the PC. And the video was about 20 minutes long. And I'm thinking, okay, 20 minutes long. Well, if I do it half as slow as this guy, this is still well under an hour.
Right.
To get this thing up and running.
Oh, no.
And,
Have you ever heard of video editing?
I have
Video what?
No, this is a gaming computer.
This is not for video editing.
Also, I'm surprised you didn't leverage your brother.
I did. I ended up getting him on the phone several times for tech support because
yeah, didn't you leverage his brother?
Yeah, when I bought a gaming computer, I was like, my number one resource is your brother.
yeah,
I also leveraged your brother.
And don't you guys
right.
live in the same place?
No, not anymore.
Oh,
But
that's right.
That's
Yeah,
why.
yeah.
That's why.
but he's accessible by phone.
You guys split up.
I didn't live in the same place when I leveraged him.
Yeah, you don't need to live in the same place. It's,
Wait, Kevin, did you live in the same place as him when you leveraged him?
I did not know. He just
Kevin and I lived in the same place.
We've all-
when Kevin leveraged Daniel.
We've
Yeah.
all leveraged Daniel, and we've all been in different places.
Yeah.
Let's just put that out there.
Yeah.
For various reasons, we've leveraged him
yeah.
Yeah.
here and there and everywhere.
Right.
In different places.
I got into the video, and it seems easy enough. It's kind of like assembling Legos. There's different little pins that you plug into. There's only really one place for each thing to go. And so you take kind of the motherboard. It's got a bunch of little places for shit to go and plug into it. And so you just kind of plug away. There's a few times where I got a little bit stuck because there's a few different orientations you might have depending on like what size video card you have, what different motherboard, all this kind of stuff. And so I lost probably, 5 hours just trying to figure shit out and having some struggles.
Yeah.
So Friday,
It took you 5 hours to do?
it took me
Or
5.
you lost? Like, did it take more than 5 hours, or what do you mean lost 5 hours?
I lost 5 hours of my life building the PC that night.
So the whole thing took 5 hours.
That night.
That night.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I mean, it was after work, and so I had other things I was doing, like eating dinner, taking a shower,
So that is a little bit more.
going to the
than
bathroom,
20 minutes.
putting other
just a
clothes
little bit
on.
more.
I feel like
Doing dishes.
Most of your time spent when you're making a computer is finding and holding tiny screws.
Yeah.
Well, I also,
Am I
and there's a
wrong?
lot of choices that are being made. Also, like the thing that I thought was hardest was like the cord cleanup, like getting the cords to be
Oh,
where you want them to be
yeah.
afterwards and have it look all nice and neat.
Right, because that's the thing that you don't really realize is that in the computer, there's all these cords just dangling that are hella long. And so you have to kind of wrap them up and manage them in a way that looks nice and tidy in the computer. But the whole thing's like building a ship in a bottle because it's so tiny, the space you have to work in. And I worked in the wrong order by accident. And so I made it even harder on myself. And I'm working this little tiny hole to get stuff punched in. But anyway, that was all fine and good. It took me an extra day, not a whole day, but I had to finish on Saturday.
How many hours did it take the next day?
An hour and a half.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
That's not bad.
but just kind of
Not bad.
just to finish things up. Well, I'm an amateur.
Yeah, it took me
You're
a long
getting
time.
roasted right now.
When I put mine together, it took me a long
Well,
time.
it's like you never built a computer before.
That's exactly right.
Okay. Yeah,
And the amount of times you rewatch the same segment of
Yes.
that 20-minute video.
Exactly. I'm like, where the fuck did he put this? I even called Dan at one point, and I'm like, Daniel, I got the wrong goddamn case. There's no way these parts can fit into this case because it just doesn't fit. And he's like, that's impossible. It has to fit. And I'm like, Daniel, I have flipped this thing around every way. It doesn't fucking fit.
You just tape like an extra cardboard box to the side to like get some extra space.
Yeah,
There you go. That looks good.
It wasn't working. And then eventually I got I'm like, oh.
I had
it
to
does
find
fit.
a specific video for the case that I bought.
Yeah.
Also, like in addition to the put together the
I did as well.
computer video.
I did as well. Yeah.
I wasted a decent amount of time when I built my computer trying to do the cable management, and then I had a brilliant epiphany. Who the fuck cares if there's cables going every which way? So mine looks terrible, but you know what my solution was? I turned the glass side towards the wall. It still works just
So you don't
fine.
have to look
I
at
bought
it.
one without a glass
Pretty
side.
smart.
Much smarter than me.
And so, like, if you open mine up, you'll see all my dirty little secrets.
But no one's going to do that.
Does yours have a glass side?
Yeah, two sides.
Tell me now. Do you have LED lights inside?
No, I don't.
Lame.
I specifically
Lame as
didn't want
fuck.
those. I think those are fucking annoying, especially because mine was going to be in the living room and be my like home theater
Okay.
PC. I don't want LEDs.
What if all your little
blasting everywhere.
computer chips want a party? You know?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
why not
What about that?
celebrate
What about that?
technology by lighting it up, letting people know
Light
you
it
got
up.
it?
Yeah, show your light to the world.
And so this computer was to play RuneScape, correct?
Yes, exclusively RuneScape and Neopets.com.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
the
gonna need
.com.
some fucking height graphics for that shit.
Oh my god, you could probably push like 640 by 480 on that
At least, yeah.
easily.
Well, so here's the thing is that once I finally got things running on Saturday, I was hooking it up to the new monitor. And the thing I had to make sure I did was got a good monitor that could make use of the nice video card I got, because these things are kind of interconnected in my understanding. And so the thing that Daniel told me as I'm plugging it in, he said, well, make sure you use DisplayPort instead of HDMI, because that's how you're going to be able to get the high refresh rate and all that kind of stuff. And so I'm like, well, in the box for the monitor, they must have included a DisplayPort cable because it's a nice monitor. Why wouldn't they? And I look in the box and I'm like, well, God damn it. All we have here is HDMI. And I'm not going to have my first experience on this machine
no way.
using HDMI.
Definitely not.
Rank amateur.
And so I'm like, oh, God damn it. 'Cause I was getting so excited. You know how like you're in that mental stage
Your
where it's
hands
like
are sweating.
you're ready to go.
You're hard.
Spaghetti.
You're
salivating.
You're
Yeah.
completely full
Your
on.
$2,000 porn machine is about to kick on.
I don't have a DisplayPort connector.
No DisplayPort.
My refresh rate.
I gotta go down to Toshi Station and pick up the DisplayPort connector.
And so that's exactly what I did. Except instead of Toshi Station, I went to the Best Buy.
Oh, yeah.
Same
Same
thing.
thing. Yeah, same thing.
And so I spent, 30 minutes driving down to Best Buy, got the cable, spent $25 or whatever it costs to get a damn DisplayPort, came home. And I don't know why my brain works this way. It has happened on a number of occasions, is that I walked in the door, and it wasn't until I walked in the door from the Best Buy, and it literally, like a bolt of lightning struck me. I said, hang on a second. What if that wasn't an HDMI cable in the box and it was a DisplayPort? And then a subsequent thought, literally 1 nanosecond later, was, wait a second. I think I have a box full of DisplayPort cables in my other room. And then I don't know why I didn't think of it or why it never hit me, but I think I was thinking that DisplayPort looked different. I thought DisplayPort was like more of like a lightning cable looking thing, or kind of squared off.
Oh, mini DisplayPort looks like that.
Right. A regular DisplayPort looks like an HDMI cable, but just a little bit more square on one
flat
side.
edge.
Yeah.
One side is flat.
And so
bit more square.
I walked back into the room where I had the box for the monitor, picked up the cable in there, and it's a fucking DisplayPort. And I looked I have like a loose cable box, and I had like 3 or 4 of them just fucking floating around in there.
My God.
It was the moment I walked in the house, I was like, wait a second, this is a DisplayPort, isn't it?
I was it the exact cable you looked at?
Yes.
Because you just looked at one end and not the other end.
I just looked at the general kind of like silhouette, because they look like
The
HDMI.
general vibe of it.
Yeah. I didn't inspect it because it
It
looked
didn't give you a DisplayPort energy.
Yeah, dude, well, you were like, oh, this is definitely HDMI vibes, dude.
Its chakras were off.
yeah. But I plugged it in, and we're up and running in gaming, and it's all good.
Great.
Nice.
So
Great. You used to play Minecraft?
yeah, I've been playing some Minecraft.
May I interject here?
let me say, it looks good. It looks good.
Oh, I'm sure it does. I'm sure those blocks
Have you
look
run
really good.
the
Real
FPS?
good.
Really nice boxes.
Have you run the FPS test to make sure you're getting 144?
I've not. I'm afraid.
Oh no. Your GPU is set at a default to cap it at 60. So you need to go into NVIDIA or whatever and make sure that you allow 144, because otherwise you're just hitting 60.
Okay. Well, I'll make a note to check that out.
Definitely. I did that for about a week. I was like, this is bullshit. This doesn't even look good.
Well, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a few things I just not fucking noticed. Okay. We had some snow the last week.
Yeah.
Which seems pretty weird because today it was like 50 and pouring. But Kevin, you had something with your thermostat was going on.
Oh man. I came home and like went to bed late one night, like after going to the bar, and I was like, man, it's like really cold because it was right before it snowed.
Yeah.
And like I was like cold going to bed also. And then I woke up in the morning and was still cold, and I was like, it is like extra cold in my house. Something's going on with the thermostat. So I went down and it said low bat on the thermostat. And so I realized that it must have died that day. And so like all the heat was leaving my house. And so I just opened up the thermostat, try to change the batteries, and it even has instructions inside of the thing.
Oh, we did this last year.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, once a year. So batteries
With
apparently last-
your thermostat.
Yeah, and I learned nothing apparently. It took me a week less time to fix it this time.
Okay, good.
Because I remembered better Google something. But like literally, like it just takes AA batteries, this thermostat, and it has instructions. Pull out the batteries, turn it off, put the batteries in, turn it on, and you should be good, right? Like, and that's what the instructions say.
Right.
Seems simple enough.
However, those instructions are completely full of shit.
What more could you possibly need to do?
Yeah, for real.
I was like, oh no, I forget what the secret code is. It's some crazy ass thing. So what you have to do to get this thermostat to like go from low bat to actually being on again.
I think I remember.
Do you remember? Guess.
You have to put the batteries in backwards.
Yes.
It was like
Shit.
we spent so much time. We went through like 10 different batteries just to test it out over and over and over again. And then we found some like I remember this last year. We found some thread deep in like a Reddit whatever, and it, like someone said put the batteries in backwards, and we're like, this is bullshit, but we'll try it. And then it worked after like spending hours on it.
Yeah. So what the true instructions are turn it off, take out the batteries, put in batteries backwards, turn it on for 30 seconds, turn it off, take the batteries out, put them the right way, and then turn it back on.
What?
And that's how you change the batteries for this fucking thermostat.
What brand of thermostat is this? Like an Eastern European before communism fell thermostat?
It is exactly that. I have no idea.
What the
Sam
fuck?
got to the Honeywell headquarters. It's like, Gary, do you really think we should make an extra step where they put the batteries in backwards? Well, it is Friday at 4:30, so fuck it. Yeah, ship it.
Boss wants
He's
this
like,
on his desk tonight.
Even better. Let's make instructions, but make them wrong.
Yeah, the funny thing is,
People love puzzles.
they went to the trouble to actually create instructions for something so simple as take out batteries, put in batteries, and couldn't even include the incredibly confusing actual instructions. That's so weird.
So they literally did not give you correct instructions.
Yeah.
Correct. I did the correct instructions with what I knew for sure were brand new batteries. I think I threw away probably like 14 batteries last year that were probably fine. I just
You're the reason the planet's on fire. Okay,
Putting in batteries backwards into something and then like doing it over again sounds like something that you would read on Reddit where that person was trying to make you destroy whatever you
Dude,
like put your phone in the microwave to get all the water out.
is
you
your
know? Like,
windshield frozen? Put boiling water on it. You know?
yeah, like shit like that.
What's like the secret the secret life hacks of this thermostat? It's like if you put the batteries in backwards, you can crank it to 150.
Yeah, really. Like, it unlocks super hot setting. It's like cheat codes
Yeah, I
for your
overclocked
thermostat.
my thermostat. It's pretty good.
Oh, you overclocked that thing, dude?
Yeah, it's like the Bahamas 24/7 here.
Dude.
What's Honeywell trying to protect you from by just simply changing the battery? They're like, no. People do that. Everything's going to go crazy. We need to make it a little bit more difficult.
They're doing two things.
Swapping batteries left and right.
They're getting business for their techs. Oh, yeah, you got that thermostat problem. Yeah, I'll be out there in an hour. Comes out there, 3 hours of work, getting paid. Or, yeah, I can't fix this. Going to have to give you a new thermostat.
Oh, yeah, that's frustrating.
Or some backroom meeting with the Energizer Bunny and the CEO of Honeywell.
Oh, it's a conspiracy.
Oh, make them put them in backwards so they throw away a ton of them.
And they throw away all
And
of
he
our
agrees by
batteries.
clapping his cymbals twice.
I would.
The buddies in the meeting. Ching, ching. They're like, that means yes.
Yes.
I would not be surprised by Peter's conspiracy theory of trying to give the techs more work. I think that thermostats and printers are the two most complicated pieces of technology that
Oh my
exist in
God.
2020 for
Yeah.
no goddamn good reason, because everything else in the world is intuitive. You have a device, you don't know how to use it, you can probably figure out in a few minutes. With a printer, at a job I had a few years ago, we actually had someone from the printer company come in, and this is granted like an office size printer that can do so much shit that you'd never ever need. It's insane. But
Right.
he gave us like an hour and a half presentation on the printer about how to use it. And I thought that all you do with a printer is like hit print and you get documents out. That's all you
Yeah.
really want.
Yeah.
But for some reason, they make the simplest thing you want to do with a printer, hit the print button, get document to come out. It's never that simple. You
Yeah.
have to jump through a million hoops. There's literally probably 50 different things in the printer that could get jammed because they're all labeled. They're all color coded with green. And so he showed us, he opened it up. He said, if it's green, that means that it's a possible place that it can get jammed. And so you can like tug on it or pull on it or get the paper out.
Bop it.
It's like, and the thermostat too. The thermostat in the house, we cannot get programmed to be the right schedule and temperature that we want. It's always wrong. It's always reading the wrong temperature. It's always too hot, too cold. It's heating up at the wrong time. And it's so unintuitive. The whole thing is terrible.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I'm even decent at fixing a jam, right? But like even this week, we were going to a show down in Portland, and my old roommate wanted to print tickets to it. He has like a brand new printer within the last 3 years printer and like a brand new computer. They're both connected to the Wi-Fi. We can tell. He sees the printer in his like printer options on his computer and prints to it, and jack all happens.
Oh, it's the most frustrating thing.
And you're just like, what
My
the
printer does the
fuck?
same shit.
Which you'd think that printer companies would be like, yes, let's innovate, because why would you print shit?
Yeah. Who's printed stuff anyway?
Like
huh?
I can't remember the last thing that I printed myself. I can email basically any document that I need emailed. I can sign it digitally.
Yeah, I don't remember
Like,
the
what-
last thing I printed either.
What am I doing? Even my father, who is the least tech savvy person, I'm renting from him now. And I thought I was going to have to write checks to him. Like he was going to be the only person that I was going to write checks to. I was going to have to go get a checkbook specifically for him. He was like, hey, so I found this app for you to give me money for the rent. And I was like, no way. He doesn't even have a he's got a flip phone for his cell phone.
good.
I was like, no way. This blows my mind. And he was like, yeah, we're going to have to throw out the printer. It doesn't work right. Because the printer's not good enough for him. And he's a guy who barely uses
Oh my
technology. It's just going to go out of business.
I think printers are on the way out. They
I
have
think it'll be like typewriters will come back like records did, you know?
You know,
Clink, 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 clink.
I'll give y'all a little peek behind the curtain here from my old fixin' days.
Oh, did you fix printers?
Not printers, but pretty much everything else that plugs in.
Okay.
There's very often your dishwasher or any appliance will break because it thinks it's going to break in the future. So a lot of the
Nice.
new ones have sensors everywhere. So if one of the sensors is bad, it's like, uh-oh, don't want to run because I might break myself. But 90% of the time, it's not that. It's the sensor that's fucked up. So there's an override code that you can usually put in, and it's usually like power wash, heat dry, power wash, but and then like you do like some fucking combination, resets
cheat
everything.
codes, dude.
They're literal cheat codes. And
Fucking
get
come
this.
Game Shark my washing machine, dude.
I have to buy like the Whirlpool like book from GameStop that has all the cheat codes on it.
You would think you have to buy the cheat code. It's even more ingenious. They hide it inside your washer.
Oh, what?
Where?
Yes. There's a lot of panels that if you know the panels to take off, you can pull it out and get this literal cheat code slip that comes out that's like, if you want to override this thing,
What?
do this combination.
What?
And
That's
fix
great.
it.
It's more like National Treasure in that.
It is. But you know it's the most soul-crushing event in the world? Because I don't know shit, so I rely on the cheat codes. So I go there, and some other asshole had already used the cheat code sheet, but he didn't put it back.
Oh, no.
So I'm
dude.
cheat codeless.
I love how it's an actual sheet too, instead of just being like a sticker or something. That's insane.
It's a scroll. Like your tire
Like you
pressure.
have to you have to swab it with lemon juice.
Literally on most like
the black light.
Invisible ink.
Phil has to pee on it.
if you just take the top off your washer, you'll find the cheat code.
Wow, that's
Right
crazy. I didn't know that.
All right, everybody
Always go for the cheat
pause
code
the
before paying
podcast, go find the cheat codes.
And come back.
I'm gonna check all my appliances now.
People love puzzles.
It's a big puzzle that's really
Big
driving
puzzle.
consumerism these
Yeah,
days.
man. People fucking love puzzles. If I start a big appliance company, I'm just going to give you a puzzle with your appliance that you buy. Blender, toaster, doesn't matter. The instructions are a puzzle.
I think that's great.
Enjoy.
Great.
A few weeks ago, I talked about my Critter Corner update where we found a rat in my backyard.
Oh yeah, that was exciting.
Man, that was good.
It's pretty good. But I don't think I did the Critter Corner quite the same justice that Mike does when he does his Critter Corner. So Mike, would you do us the honor of a Mike's Critter Corner, please?
Absolutely.
Yay.
Hey guys, welcome
Yay.
to Critter Corner. and back in November, when the temperature started to get a little bit more cool, Julie and I were driving home at night, and we saw something scurry across the road, and we stopped the car, and we could see through our headlights that there was like clearly like a black bunny, like someone's like not like a wild bunny, one that was clearly someone's pet, and it had white little paws, and it was really cute. And so we got out, and we were trying to like catch it because it was like really, really cold, and we're like, this bunny's not going to last very long. Yeah. And so we tried to kind of catch it. Julia had bunnies at one point, so she's an expert on bunny hunting, I guess. But
that's how she got her bunnies.
Yeah, that's
Hunting other people's bunnies.
That's exactly it. Yeah. She caught every bunny that she owned.
She just took the neighbor's bunnies.
Yeah. Well, I guess she's not an expert because we never actually caught it. But we kept just like we saw the bunny and we saw it a couple times, and it was like clearly not doing super well. And then like a month goes by, we don't see it, and then just recently, or I guess recently being a month ago now, we drove by, and that bunny is still alive, and that bunny is huge. It is a rabbit now.
Damn.
Oh,
This is a heartwarming tale.
Wait, bunnies become rabbits?
Yep.
What?
duh.
Wait, what?
Bunny is like puppy.
Yep.
Really?
Yes.
Is that a real what? You guys are fucking with me on this.
I always just thought that they were the same thing. And it was just two different names.
How does a hair fit into this equation?
Oh no, that's the third evolution.
That one breathes
once you've
fire.
trained
Gotta
your
catch 'em.
rabbit enough.
He goes bunny, rabbit, hare. But hair, like the thing is that
Hairmelian.
the bunny looks super cute, and the hair is like all muscly and weird looking, like super aggressive.
He's on a cycle.
HGH.
Yeah. He's at the fucking gym all day long.
Loses cute appeal.
Yeah.
Wait, so the bunny doesn't belong to anybody?
I think it did at one point, but it just learned to like.
It's become an outdoor bunny.
Yeah, so we pass it all the time. It lives in our wetland
And
by our
what
house.
convinced you that it was a person's pet and not a random?
This is information that I was told by Julia, who has owned bunnies, and was saying that is like not a bunny that you would find in the wild. Like the type of like by the coloring and by like how. And the other thing is that we never caught it, but it was like super chill with humans. It's like we got super close to it before it would ever run away, which apparently was an indicator that it was not like, because any other bunny that you just like, any wild bunny will just like run away immediately. Like you can't actually walk up to it.
But where did you find this bunny?
In the wetland.
In the wild?
All right.
By homes?
So I have heard from reliable sources that if you do get the bunny, typically there are some type of cheat codes that you can open up in the
Peel
bunny.
back its skin and then
Yeah,
right
you peel
underneath
back
there.
its skin. It tells you whether it's a domesticated bunny or if it's a wild bunny.
Right.
And then you just kind of like press it in certain
You
areas.
press
and then
heat dry.
Yeah, it'll reset.
Power wash.
It'll
Left,
reset
right.
either to its
Up, down.
its original settings, which are wild, or
Domestic.
domesticated. Yeah.
And there's is feral the same as wild?
Feral is
Sure.
like,
I think feral is wild but also mean.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna eat you.
That's the third setting.
It's like a hare, but roid rage.
Yeah, it's like I don't know what feral means, but all I can think of is That's what feral means to me.
okay, thanks,
Can
Chase.
you, can you get that again, Chase?
Because if I ran into like some sort of like animal and it didn't do that, I'd be like, wow, this is such a cute, like nature's so beautiful.
It might be wild.
But if it
Certainly
was
not
like,
feral.
I would be like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
I've got it right here. The definition says NGEEE.
Yeah.
This seems like a good time to reach out to the space fans and ask, what does feral mean to you?
It means like a duck. A wild duck will eat bread out of your hands. A feral duck will pinch your dick.
Eat your hands.
Oh my god! Did you?
Oh, it nipped at my hand. Well, at least it wasn't my dick.
or a feral,
Must be a feral one.
a feral animal will be full of jokes and make you laugh.
Or
That's funny.
or sing about. Oh wait,
get
never
it.
mind. Sing about how they're happy.
Like Will Ferrell.
Sometimes they
No,
start.
like Pharrell.
All right.
All right, this segment is over.
We're stretching harder than the Olympic gymnast team right now.
This is a new low for the show.
I love Pharrell Williams.
Did any of you guys? Did any of you guys see the feral hogs tweet?
No.
No.
Like, does this ring a bell? Like, the whole internet went nuts for a day.
Impossible.
My internet.
Gangnam Style.
There was this guy, I think his name's Jason Isbell. I think he's like a country singer. And like there was some shooting in El Paso, and he was like, "Why does anyone own an assault rifle?" But then this guy Willie McNabb on Twitter responded, and I'm just going to read his tweet word for word.
Okay.
Legit question for rural Americans. How do I kill the 30 to 50 feral hogs that run into my yard within 3 to 5 minutes while my small kids play? And like the whole internet exploded with like normally after a shooting there's like ridiculous like gun rights arguments and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But like the whole thing was like it showed like 50 hogs all wearing Pharrell hats and like
Oh my God.
ridiculous thing.
Can we take a moment here as the Podworms and give this guy some advice? How do you deal with 40
how
to
do
50
you deal
hogs?
with
50
that?
feral hogs?
50? 30 to 50? Is that what he said?
Yeah, that's the best part.
30 to 50.
30 to 50 feral hogs that run into my yard within 3 to 5 minutes while my small kids play.
Well, I think
shit.
this is an easy one.
I would go Game of Thrones style where you dig that big fire trench around your property,
Yes.
light that son of a gun up, no hogs.
Well, here's what I was thinking. You use the kids as bait because feral hogs love little kids playing. And what you do is you set one of those big ass nets from the cartoons on the ground. You cover it in some leaves. You set the kids playing in the net. All the feral hogs jump on the kids, right? They're okay, probably. And then when all the hogs are in the net, you pull on it, and then they all get sucked up in the net, and then boom.
That is a wild.
The kids are in there, though.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, wait a second.
Okay.
Sorry, Billy.
It had to be done.
30 to 50 in 3 minutes. I did it.
Like, you're going to have to, if it's 30 to 50, you're going to have to sacrifice at least one child at that point.
You
That's worth it.
I think you introduce some type of predator, something that kills feral hogs.
Oh, that sounds good.
Bigger hog.
A bigger hug.
Until you have just nothing but super hogs on your farm.
Yeah. Which then you can plan on taking down one super hog.
Oh, you think there's going to be like one alpha that just fucking killed everything else?
Yeah.
And then you just have one
Which is a lot
big-ass
easier to
motherfucker.
plan for taking down one super hog than it is taking down a swarm of feral hogs.
Okay.
That like this is like an Alien versus Predator approach.
Because what you do is you get some type of laboratory, and then you put a tracking chip in
Hog laboratory.
in the a hog lab, and you put a tracking chip in it so that you can track its location.
Right.
Grows big, you release it. It either kills or becomes its leader, and then you're the alpha of that large pig. So then you have an army of feral hogs that's commanded by the pig you created. So in essence, you've created a pig king
And then
that is subservient to you.
No, it sounds like Planet of the Apes.
yeah.
Yeah, but you're in charge of the pig king, and then hopefully you've trained your son Billy, who you've saved, to lead that pig king after you die, and then your domain expands as your pig army and pig king conquer other neighboring farms and villages.
My only problem with this is how do you know that one of his neighbors isn't already doing that?
Yeah.
And he hates your kids.
Oh, damn.
Ooh, good,
That
good question.
you keep investing to grow the pig king. So as
Like you have multiple pig kings or,
Well, you
or
have, like-
you invest into the single pig king.
just like the United States started with the atomic bomb, then you upgrade to the hydrogen bomb, then you upgrade to nuclear missiles. You do the same thing with the pig king. Like as each one gets outdated, you kind of like move it out to pasture, like a deadly pasture, but you move it out to pasture. You're always upgrading your pig king technology so that you're staying ahead of the competing farms around you.
Almost like a pig stud farm where you
It's basically-
you kind of breed out the best,
Yeah.
let them play during their career,
Think
and
of
then
it as a pig Cold War combined with a Kentucky Derby.
You know, as absolute bananas as that theory is, I do know how you actually deal with 30 to 50 feral hogs.
Oh,
Like,
shit.
I know the actual way they deal with it.
Okay.
It's called a Judas pig. Anybody familiar?
Oh shit!
Oh yeah. No.
Judas pig.
I know
that is the
who's
truth.
Shit, I don't.
Oh,
So that'll betray the Jesus pig. And none of their sins will be forgiven, so they'll all die.
They're going to hell.
You're not
And Barabbas.
far off.
Barabbas.
What they do is they capture, because feral hogs constantly moving, go-getters all over the place, terrorizing children all around. Texas is a big place, so you got to find all these goddamn hogs. So they capture one of the hogs. I've seen it done by helicopter, but I'm sure you can do it by ATV.
What? All you need is a helicopter.
You
They're
capture
huge. They're
one of
multiple
them,
100 pounds.
you tag it, and then you let it back out, and it leads you to all the hogs, and then you napalm, machine gun. Like I've literally,
Dude, I've totally seen.
if you've not seen it, feral hogs, they fly in helicopters in Texas with literal machine guns. They let the Judas hog, they follow it in the helicopter, and they're like, "Oh, you son of a bitch," and just open up like Vietnam. It's crazy.
Do they say?
people pay to kill them. They do like feral hog hunts.
Well, I know
Like,
they're very invasive and aggressive. So you
No
do
wonder
wanna
none of them are
remove
vegetarians.
like if we killed an extra 1 million hogs a year than we kill right now, that would just even out the amount that are being created. Like they are literally infesting the U.S. right now.
wow, that's crazy,
So
dude.
30 to 50 every 3 minutes is
And
still not
we're
enough.
worried about Iran?
So
What the fuck?
next Podworms retreat, huh?
Oh my god!
Get some guns.
Can you rent a
a
helicopter?
license?
Next person who's getting married, that's what we're doing. Bachelor party.
We're hunting hog shooting.
We're going hog shooting.
We come back and the groom is not with us.
It's a
one eye.
somber episode.
Wow.
Those poor pigs.
One of my favorite response tweets to that was, it goes, "Take me down to the paradise city where the hogs are feral and there's 30 to 50.
Oh my god.
So if you were here at the beginning of this episode, and you probably were, you might have remembered I talked about a hamburger that I was not given the way I wanted. So obviously I wasn't at Burger King where you can have it your way. So we were going to lunch at work, and we usually have lunch in the office, but we have this thing where you get together with your coworkers that you don't work with, and you go out to lunch with them to like chat with them in a non-work context. And so we were all kind of discussing what to get for food, and there's a bunch of options, and we never have any of it because we eat lunch in the office. And so we're downtown, and there's a million places to eat, and we're sitting there discussing what to have. And so we first were talking about, I think, Mediterranean. We thought about Indian, and we ended up talking about just getting a burger. And there was a diner that we talked about going to, but we decided not to go to the diner. There's another place somebody suggested called, like, I don't even remember. Let's just call it the Burger Shop.
Burger
That's not what it was
store.
called. But it's just some random ass place to serve burgers down the street. I'm not sure why it got picked. I think what they actually did was they went on Google Maps and just looked up burgers and then hit direct me.
Looky here.
As you do.
There's
As
the
you
burger
do.
shop.
Not a good way.
Well, you got to
pick
look
a
at the
burger place.
stars. I mean, that's not a bad way to look for a restaurant.
You got to Yelp
It's
it.
the stars to distance ratio.
The distance was close.
agree
The
with
stars,
that.
I don't think they were that high based on my experience there.
But the distance was close.
The distance was close. And I will say this. They did have the cheapest food I've seen in a while, which is that you get like a burger for like $4.50 or something.
Okay.
Just
What
pretty
the
cheap.
flip,
That
dude?
is crazy and
Yeah.
remarkable.
And then the fries are like $1 or
What's the
something.
size of this burger?
Yeah.
Is it like Dick's or
Maybe a little bit bigger than Dick's, but not too much bigger. But what I was looking to get is I just didn't want to get a burger on a bun. I just want to get it on a lettuce wrap, which
Oh, sure.
generally is
What the fuck?
pretty doable. It's pretty doable. I mean, I've never been to a burger place.
You lost two of the people in the room, apparently.
I didn't get it how I like it when I ordered a lettuce wrap at the cheapest, shittiest burger place.
Well, so here, I mean,
Of course.
Yeah, I get it. I get why that's frustrating.
You should be grateful and then spit in your food.
well, listen. You think I'm telling this story and think I'm completely justified, but you haven't even heard me tell the whole thing yet.
No, but I
So-
think I've got enough. But go.
So really all I wanted here's my goal. I didn't want a bun.
You didn't want a burger, but whatever. Go.
I didn't want a bun on the burger, which if they give me a bun, I'll take the bun off. It's not the end of the world. I don't care.
Did you want a bun under the burger?
I didn't want a bun at all.
What's the point of eating the burger without the bun?
So you wanted meat and lettuce.
I wanted everything besides.
You wanted a taco salad.
I want everything besides the bun.
Yeah.
And let me rewind.
This
You're
is-
like, if they give you the bun, you take it off.
Yes.
Then what? You're just manhandling a patty and
It's everything without the bun.
Yeah,
It's everything
cheese
without
and
the bun.
everything.
And then sometimes you get some more lettuce, right?
And I know in this room this sounds insane.
Is
I
there
will tell
nothing
you,
else on the menu?
almost every other there's like
it's
hot
called
dogs.
Burger Place.
Burger store. I will tell you
Burger
that
shop.
even Red Robin will do a lettuce.
Yeah, lettuce wrap isn't that uncommon.
It's
Red
not
Robin is
unusual.
a fine dining establishment.
It's not unusual. I've never been to a burger place that could not do it.
I've never customized
Dick's will not do it.
That's true.
But Dick's is like mass producing burgers because there's 1,000 people.
I'm just
there.
saying, I've never customized any meal under $5.
Yeah. McDonald's will not do it.
Sure, but this is a situation. Okay, it's fine. So
Me and Peter on just we'll excuse ourselves because we weren't even up our mind here.
All right.
So I said, do you guys do lettuce wraps? And they said, no. Well, he was like sitting there and he looked down like he could not even bear to look me in the eye when he told me this. He's kind of like, he looked down, he's like fiddling with his keyboard for probably a good 5-6 seconds.
It's like twisting his hair.
As if he's trying to like bang out a way on the keyboard to make this happen. And he looks up at me, he's like, yeah, no, we have shredded lettuce, so we can't do that.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, yeah, that's no problem. And then I made the next big mistake, which is I said, okay, well then that's fine. Can I just have no ketchup on it? And then he's like, and he looks back down at his keyboard again, kind of like trying to figure out another answer for me. And he says, yeah, we don't do any like customizations on the burgers. And I said, what? Okay. I mean, so here on one hand, I see Phil's getting outraged, but in my view,
I'll oust Phil right now. He got no tomatoes on our burger this weekend.
Question.
Fair.
Question.
I had no pre-ketchup.
I'm literally
What the menu? Was there any indication on the menu that they don't do substitutions? Because when you walk up to Dick's that you can't do substitutions.
this place has 2 other customers besides my group I just walked in.
No, that's not the question. Because you could be at Dick's.
There is
at
no indication.
2 a.m. and they will not, and you will be the only person there, and Dick's will not change anything on their menu item. So what I would like to know, was there any indication on their menu that you cannot change a menu item, that you cannot make substitutions?
There is no indication one way or the other.
Yeah, well, and that makes it fair to ask, right?
I just asked.
Yeah.
I think so.
And
Okay. That's fine
I'm
asking,
looking at the
it's
guy
fine.
5 feet behind him on the grill, like flipping patties. All I'm saying is, hey, you know that step where you take the fucking thing, you flip it over and you squirt red shit on my burger? Just don't do that part. There's 2 other people in the goddamn restaurant, right? Like, this seems like a doable request.
Yeah.
The shredded lettuce, okay, I get it. I'll take the bun off, not a big deal. But the ketchup, just don't do the step.
Yeah.
They are putting forth a product that they want represented when you go and tell your other friends.
Yeah.
So when you go and say, "Oh, burger shop, shitty burger," they're like, "Well, you didn't get the burger shop burger.
Well,
you
and
got
here's-
it sans
you
ketchup."
agreed to go to the burger shop.
And here's the kicker.
Yeah, I'm looking at their website right now. Burger Shop, home of the Burger Shop burger.
Only do burger shop burgers.
Their slogan is, you get it our way.
Get it our way.
So here, and the whole thing ended with a really interesting note, and God bless the guy who took the order. I think he made this one happen, is that he brought it to me with the patty and the cheese, and then in like 5 separate containers, little plastic containers, great for the environment. There was each of the toppings, the lettuce, the onion, the mayo, in separate containers, which I think was going above and beyond. All I wanted was just no ketchup, but instead they deconstructed the whole thing like a nice high class fine dining establishment.
I'm trying to determine if that's like very nice of them or super passive
I
aggressive.
could not tell.
Yeah,
My next
chose-
step would have been bringing out a hibachi for you to grill your own patty. Just fucking do it all yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, you like your own burgers so much. Why you go to Burger Shop?
Hey, we got a job opening here for you, Mr. Fancy Burger Man.
Yeah. So overall, I would not go back there, but I think the guy did the best he could. I could tell he was distraught over the whole thing. He doesn't like telling people no. that's not why he decided to work at the burger shop. He
probably
works
just
at
wants
the burger
money.
shop. Okay.
Yeah, probably.
I was gonna say it's because he wants to make people happy, but yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, probably just money.
So in honor,
Why does anyone work at the burger shop?
Yeah.
in honor of this distressing experience I had, I want us to end this episode by building our burger and having it our way. And so
Yes.
what I've done here is I've broken the burger into 5 different categories: the bun, the patty, the cheese, the sauce, and the condiments. And I want us to choose between these and argue your point. We can only choose 1 per category, or 2 in some cases.
Okay.
Of the ultimate burger ingredients, starting with the bun. I have 3 buns here. We have a brioche bun, very popular in the hipster scene, pub
be
and
tough.
tavern. We have the classic like sesame kind of, Fran's
Yep.
sesame buns.
Sesame white.
And then we have the potato bun.
There you go.
Which is a little bit, smaller, squishier.
There you go.
So let's start there with the bun.
Damn, those are all super hard.
Is this a potato onion bun?
No, just regular.
Just
potato
regular
bun.
potato.
I
Potato
was
bun's
hoping
so
for
good.
a pretzel bun in there, but I'll be fine.
Not on the
I'm going to
list.
say I don't want the potato bun for sure.
Why? Defend yourself.
I don't want it.
Why?
I choose. I don't like it. So I will go into what do you? I don't like it.
Why?
I
Why don't you like it?
I think it's fair enough, Kevin.
I think it tastes bad.
Well, I think you taste bad.
Oh, all right. Well,
There's this place called Quinn's on Capitol Hill. They used to make this Painted Hills beef burger. They don't sell it anymore, and like it's a sad day for me that they don't, because that was
What? They don't?
the perfect burger.
Probably because they didn't use a
it was
potato bun.
my top burger in Seattle, and the bun on that burger was like if you took a normal like sesame seed bun burger and a biscuit and split the difference perfectly in half.
weird.
It was there, so it was like crumbly, but it also soaked up the juices of the burger.
Weird.
Dude, that place is
I want
awesome.
to try it.
It was.
I'm really disappointed to hear this
Andrew, I
news.
have
Is
a
this a
question.
recent development?
I think it disappeared about 2 years ago.
Oh, maybe I
used
didn't
to.
have
I
it
used to
then.
go there specifically for that burger, and it is now defunct.
Goddamn shame.
Darn.
Is the bun that he's talking about an option?
No.
I say brioche.
Yeah, I'm going brioche.
I say brioche because brioche has a fuck ton of butter in it,
Too much oil.
and it makes it real soft.
Oh, yeah.
and delicate.
Oh, wow.
But-
this is sensual.
It will dry out very quickly if
Fluffy.
you're not careful.
I will say this: not great leftovers. The brioche bun.
Okay.
Who has
great.
leftover
We're
burger?
talking like a brioche.
not
bun.
I guess that's true.
Leftover. That's one of the worst things.
I
You got-
have 3 bites of this burger left.
yeah.
To go
I
by.
only ate half the burger and left the other half for later. What the
Maybe you get a really big burger.
Yeah, I think brioche is the best bun.
All right, let's move on then.
Yeah, an artisanal brioche.
Artisanal.
Delicious.
No, you. Oh,
Can we get a final vote?
Yeah, it's brioche for sure.
Yeah, it's brioche. Fuck
No.
you.
The brioches have it.
Phil was gonna go sesame seed.
Patty. We have a classic beef patty. You have a chicken. Let's just call it like a chicken breast kind of.
Yeah.
well, that's a chicken
grilled
sandwich.
or fried?
That's interesting.
Huh?
Grilled.
Grilled chicken.
fried.
I
breast?
guess that's up for interpretation here.
I thought it was like a deep fried chicken patty.
Wouldn't this
Like a
make it
chicken
a
burger.
chicken
See,
sandwich?
here's the thing.
I
I don't call if it's chicken. I don't call it.
It's not a burger. It's a chicken sandwich.
Well, I mean, you could call it chicken burger.
and there's a veggie burger. Those are the three.
I mean,
well,
popular
definitely
veggie burgers.
beef.
out of those three,
beef.
I really love, like, anytime I see it on the menu, I love an elk burger.
Oh,
Those are generally really
Oh,
good.
yeah, those are good.
Can we get
High
into
class,
the-
highbrow.
Since we've eliminated the other meats, can we maybe get into the specifics of the beef and like? Do any of you like ground up bacon in your burger?
No.
In your burger meat?
No.
yeah. Oh, I definitely.
I mean, I'd be happy with it,
Hell,
but
if
I
I
don't,
could
I don't
get-
think I've had that in
really, what
a
it should
long
be is the
time.
bacon should be in the burger. It should be ground up with it, not
Like I
like pieces. It should
just
be
said,
in
yeah.
it because there should be some fat in there also with the lean beef, and that's how you make the perfect burger patty. Just saying.
I'm tired of bacon being in everything. I like to be on top as its own self, but
This is
don't
like-
integrate it into the.
This is a very
That's true, but
common
this is like you
practice of
don't.
burger.
This is like you almost don't detect it outright. You're not like, oh, is that a piece of bacon? You're just like, oh,
Just
this is the
adding more
burger.
fat.
You're just melting it
adding
into
more
the-
fat. Because burgers need to have a good amount of fat in them.
yeah, or they get dry.
You're real dry.
Also, what are we cooking it to? Are we cooking it to
Staying alive.
Well, I mean, the patty, we got to determine patty like thickness. Are you talking like a big honkin' half-inch, or not, like 3/4 inch patty?
Chub?
Or like a real, I like, personally, 2 real thin patties.
Oh, you like a double patty?
Like a double thin
agreed.
patty.
I'd rather have 2 thin because if you can get a nice kind of like little bit of crunchy bits on the patty, with the big thick one, it's kind of hard to get it to be that nice kind of.
I like
More messy too.
I love the big thick ones when you have to just like chew it
Yeah,
for a
those are
long
good.
Yeah,
time.
those are
Big
good.
thick
It
ones-
gets juicy.
You're just like,
big
I'm
thick
just
one
eating
is-
meat right now,
To
and
me,
it's the best.
to me, big thick one is home style.
Well, this is an interesting kind of dichotomy in Kevin's personality because I don't like the big juicy burgers because they're very messy to eat. They squish all over your mouth and your hands.
That's why the bun is so damn important on a burger like that, because it'll soak up all the juices. Your hand, you know that no one likes getting their hands dirtier than less than me.
I know.
True.
Well, the
evidence is out there.
So do
We have it recorded.
you like the burger place that put like the paper diaper on the burger then?
Love it.
Oh, I do. Yeah.
Like In-N-Out does that. Like if you have to put a diaper on the burger, I'm probably gonna like have
Put
problems
gloves
with
on.
the burger.
Okay.
It's like In-N-Out, like I'll eat it, but I just like I hate the way my hands are after In-N-Out.
Okay. Fair enough. Next we have the cheese.
Oh yeah.
Now the cheese
oh yeah.
has been known to be a little bit of a controversial topic in the burger community, but we have classic American cheese, like Kraft single. You got cheddar. Pick whichever cheddar you like, or Gruyere.
I'm gonna go Swiss.
I know.
I was gonna say pepper jack.
Yeah, I'm gonna go pepper jack.
I know.
All right,
that,
we'll do it right. We'll do it right in on pepper jack.
I know
Pepper
that
jack.
I'm all about the brioche bun, and I'm talking about how you grind up the beef and all that stuff, and how it sounds all fancy, but the American cheese is the best cheese for a cheeseburger.
It holds on there so good because it's made out of chemicals.
American cheese
It's
melts.
literally glue.
American cheese melts better than any other cheese, and it like makes it nice and gooey. Plus, if you're doing the 2 thin patties, you stick a little piece of cheese in between them. Get a little extra cheese on there, and then another piece of cheese on the top of that one, and that's a nice melty part. I would argue that the cheese is almost the shining star of the burger that you don't necessarily think that it is, but when you're eating it, the thing that you like the most subconsciously is that cheese, melty cheese going on in there.
You notice
barbecue
if
sauce.
it's there's not enough of it, you're like,
Yeah.
I'm missing something.
Yeah, like you ever eat a Whopper and then you're like, something about this burger. They don't come with
Why
cheese.
would I ever eat a Whopper?
Whoppers don't come with cheese. You know?
Yes,
Yeah.
true.
That's especially true. I feel like on like a blue cheeseburger.
Who are the psychopaths that order hamburgers?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying, man. I think it's crazy.
Any place that offers a hamburger
Children.
also offers a cheeseburger.
Yeah.
So why would you ever?
Just get the cheese on this.
Could I have less of the good stuff?
with cheese though.
My second choice is pepper jack, though. So I guess if you,
Yeah.
you know.
Pepper
Pepper Jack is
Jack.
good. I have one more to add to, and this is like a pro tip for anybody in Seattle. Are you guys familiar with King's Hardware?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
So they have.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
It's like a bar down in Ballard. They have a secret menu there. So if you go to the bar and you ask for a Happy Meal, they will give you a Ham's beer and a cheeseburger for $5. Okay.
Good stuff.
Tight.
And you can ask for cream cheese on the burger,
Oh yeah.
which that is really damn good.
Really?
Yeah. I like the first time I did it, I was like, I wasn't sure about it, but I will not order anything but cream cheese on that burger down there when I go.
Whoa.
I think that's, again, I think the cream cheese, if you think about it, cream cheese is kind of like in itself, it's already melty. You know what I mean? And so you got to have a cheese that melts well. That's what the American cheese stands out.
So
It holds together.
what's the
Yeah.
official stance here for this round then?
My vote is American cheese.
My vote
but-
is pepper jack on the big fat patty, American on the double patty.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got to
branching
pick
out on
one.
this.
Did we even pick what patty we were using?
Yeah, beef.
His beef
patty.
But how big?
We didn't decide. We didn't do
I was,
gotta
size.
decide.
I was thinking like 6 paper thin, like beef tape style patties.
like crepes.
Yeah, like they like almost more like seaweed. How it
prosciutto.
crunches.
I was thinking
Crisp,
it's
like a
it's
crisp.
it's like jerky.
yeah,
Get
but
jerky burger.
Delicious.
Okay, yeah, then I'll vote for American.
Nice and dry.
Really hard to choose. I vote American too. So we have
American.
2, 3, 4. American wins.
American.
Go America.
does anybody like blue cheese on their burger?
Oh,
though?
yeah,
I love
definitely.
it. Okay, good.
Oh, hell yeah,
As
dude.
long,
Yeah.
as long as I'm not alone, great.
You're always alone.
Next up, we get to pick 2 of these. This is the sauce. ketchup, mayo, hot sauce, sriracha, A1, mustard. You can pick 2.
What about burger sauce?
Burger sauce is basically a combination of mayo and ketchup, isn't it?
Depends on where you're
Pretty
at.
much.
Well, if I had to choose, then those are the 2 I would go.
What about
with.
relish?
I go mayo no matter what.
What about
Yeah, definitely mayo.
Thousand
And then
Island?
it depends on the day. Barbecue?
Thousand Island? Anybody?
Not
Thousand
on the
Island's
list.
good.
I
Thousand
say
Island on a burger is very good.
classic mayo ketchup, man.
Yep. Meow chup.
Yeah, I would have to agree. I think that it's kind of nice to do a little bit of variety with maybe a little hot sauce or sriracha. I do that sometimes when I go to big, what's it called? Five Guys. Because they have like hot sauce and stuff.
They have they have the A1 too. I always forget about that.
Some jalapeno.
They've got a lot of good stuff on there.
It's true because all the burgers that I like don't really actually need the sauce. The sauce is an enhancement, not a covering of sins.
Yeah.
I feel.
Yeah.
Because I feel like
interesting.
sauce can do that where you're just like, oh, I've got a really shitty burger, so put a ton of sriracha on
It can
there.
also it can make it impossible to eat because everything will slip.
That's funny.
Sure.
I pick a burger almost on the sauce first.
I'm with you.
I love it. The sauce I think is super
I'm all
important.
about that
That's why
sauce.
I love the Dick Special. I love the Big Mac. Those are 2 of my favorite burgers because they're saucy boys.
even the McChicken
delicious.
with the mayo.
Love it. Yes. That I think that you're eating a loaf of bread dry, first of all. Brioche is a little better, which is why I like it, but you're eating a loaf of bread and then just 2 things of meat. Like it's just gonna come out dry unless you don't.
Not if
that's
you're
why the
using
meat
the
has to be
right
juicy.
Not if
Well,
you're
yeah, the meat's got to be juicy. For
Not
sure.
if you dip it in water first.
like
Like
you're in an
Kobayashi.
eating- like you're in an eating competition.
Yeah, if I'm
Slides
eating it,
right down the esophagus.
if I'm
Great.
eating it competitively, no sauce.
Also, you might not
Is that
go
what we're
to
talking
brioche
about?
bun.
Competitive eating.
Yes.
I think ketchup gets just a free pass to be on burgers. It is the worst of all those sauces that you've mentioned on burgers.
If there's someone that's got nice ketchup going on, that's great. If we're talking just strict Heinz, I can agree with you at
Give me-
points.
give me the-
more of
what's
a bar-
the
I'm more-
Nice
I'm-
ketchup.
Glass
okay,
bottle.
Portland's got some nice ketchup. I think it's like Portland ketchup.
Oh, yeah, the Portland Ketchup Company.
or Oregon ketchup. But that's some good stuff. There's some people that make their own ketchup. It's really nice.
Boundary Bay.
Yeah, nice ketchup is
Brewery
good.
makes their own ketchup.
Yeah, dude. Any nice ketchup over Heinz, oh my god,
That'll
it's
change- that'll change your
fucking
life.
good, like homemade shit.
That'll
I agree,
change
but
your
I
life.
also
Ooh, an
man,
aioli.
ketchup is just such an essential part to burger sauce, and if you like burger sauce, then you have to admit that ketchup is a part of your life. You know?
Yeah, I admit that it's part
I
of
think
Also
we're all in
mustard.
agreement. It's just Heinz straight ketchup.
Yeah,
Either you can do so much better.
yeah, probably.
Okay, the last category here is condiments. You can also have 2 of these: pickle, lettuce, tomato, onion, relish, jalapeno, bacon.
Can I add one to that?
Bacon.
Yeah, why not?
A fried egg.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Fried egg
egg.
cooked so that the yolk breaks.
Yep.
That's
That's
pretty
so
good.
good.
That's good stuff.
Oh man,
That
That's so
fucking
good.
thing. That's perfect on a burger.
dude. Tipsy Cow's got a burger
Oh yes.
that has fried bacon on it,
Yes.
and it is amazing.
It
Yum,
is.
dude.
Oh, it's so good.
For me-
That egg on there too.
For me, it's got to be a burger's got to have pickles on it.
Pickles are my favorite part of the burger. I'll get
Pickles gotta have
onions.
pickles.
If
Nope.
you only can pick 2
Nope.
condiments, it has to be pickles and onions.
I agree with Phil on that one.
No.
I
I
think
prefer more than 2 condiments, if I'm being honest.
Yeah,
but
for sure. I would also throw bacon and then probably 2 of the other things on
Yeah,
there that
yeah.
you said.
I would do bacon and eggs.
Yeah, bacon and eggs.
I'm anything but pickles. I'm not a pickle guy.
Yeah.
Pickles are gross test tube fucking fingers that you'd eat. They're gross.
It overpowers
gross.
everything.
I didn't know that you were one of these
They
people.
come in a fucking jar of juice, green, gross juice.
Did you ever just drink that juice?
Yeah, I love drinking the juice. Picklebacks.
What? Pickles?
No.
Pickles are test tube fingers? Is that what you said?
Yeah. Okay. You go to some mad scientist lab and you see like a jar of eyeballs. You see a jar of eyeballs, a jar of like pig's ears, and a jar of just regular
Ogre fingers.
brand fucking pickles, and they won't seem out of place. They'll be like,
Oh my
"Yep, that's
God.
disgusting," just like everything else in this
I
mad
can't
scientist
believe it.
lab.
I hate this.
I didn't know that you
Pickles
Wow.
overpower everything that they're on. They
so good.
they provide nothing of value.
Yeah,
They add nice crunch.
Red
a
onion
delicious
also-
taste.
red onion?
Dude, they have a crunch, a refreshing juice that flows in there.
They're acidic. They're salty. They're
It's so
sweet.
good.
They hit all of the.
If you
things that
need
humans
pickles, if you are missing those things, then your burger is already shit.
Ugh,
Wow, I think this is the most divisive category.
this is definitely the most divisive category.
I don't know if I like you guys anymore.
Yeah.
I've never liked you.
I like pickles for me are just a temperament thing because they're like I would say probably 70% of the time I don't want it on a burger, but then there are times when I just am in love with pickles. I feel like it totally depends on the mood, and I don't know what drives that.
What about just I don't like these, but I want to hear your opinion. Red onion on a burger.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll do that for
Fine.
sure.
If it's got
Fine
like
with
a spring mix and red onions, and it's like a fruity aioli, like a really fancy pants burger,
Yeah.
I could see red onions.
But like a straight up sliced red onion on the burger.
See, the thing is, actually, red onion is like regarded widely as the best one to eat raw, which is why you get it when you eat like tacos and stuff.
What are you guys' thoughts on sauerkraut?
I love sauerkraut
on a
Sauerkraut.
burger.
On a burger, you ever had it? It's pretty darn good.
That sounds bomb, dude. It's
It's
like a
super
Reuben,
good.
but like with that sounds fucking awesome.
I've only ever had it with like a Polish.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
the
So
Polish
good.
to the burger is not that far of a stretch.
No, definitely not.
You're stretching my brain for sure.
It's a meat bread sandwich. Come
Yeah,
on.
like the thought never occurred.
Sauerkraut on a burger, you madman. Never.
That sounds awesome.
Well, Space Fans, I'm curious. What's your favorite burger? And does your local burger place let you have it your way? Let us know. pwspacecast@gmail.com is the email. We can send in all your deranged thoughts. We'll read them here on this show. We have a social media presence, Podworms Spacecast on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, as well as a beautiful website designed by our very own webmaster, Mike McCoy, pwspacecast.com. You can see all sorts of fun stuff on there. If you like this show, make sure to tell somebody that you know, somebody you just met, somebody who you think is pretty cute in your class.
Somebody.
And it's how we stay afloat, you know? All these new listeners fill our hearts with joy. And that's what you really want from your podcast host. Full hearts and a full belly with a delicious burger.
Also, go check out burgershop.com.
Have it our way.
Have it our way.
And as always, Space Fans, until next time.
Keep squirming.
Yeah, can I do that in the lettuce wrap?